He's like, don't be a Karen. And I'm like, why does it have to be Karen?
All right. All right, girls, welcome to the first official call. We had our kickoff call of the June New Coach Mentorship. And I'm really excited because I love the name that you guys came up with, the Summer Shine Tribe. I think a couple of you guys have already started using the hashtag. So that's just a way for you guys to all stay connected and, you know, to share and love on each other's posts and things like that. That's going to boost engagement and you on social media and stuff like that. All right. So hopefully by now you guys have printed out the training. I know some of you may be further than others, and that's totally fine. But what I wanted to just do, I don't want to spend too much time going on the training, talking today about the training that you're going to watch, because it's all there for you. You know, you guys are going to watch those videos. I don't want to like dive too much into it. But I do want to, if you've gotten through some of the training, what I would like to do is just, I would like to answer any of the questions that have maybe popped up. You know, if you've printed out the training, you might have been writing down your questions as you go, or maybe you've put, sometimes Gina has put it in the chat, which is really nice. Anything that you guys have to, there's only a few of us in there. So don't feel like you're overwhelming us or, you know, you're burdening us. You're not. The more questions, the better. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I love it. I actually thrive on it because you might come up with a question that I haven't thought of yet. So, or that somebody else hasn't thought of yet. And just know that your questions are going to be helping other people. So don't feel shy about that. Please reach out in that thread at any time. But the first lesson was the master the mindset. And guys, look, this is really important because it's going to help you decide where you want to take this business and help you set up goals that you have monthly in the business. So watch that Master Your Mindset video if you haven't done so already. And then what I want you to do is I want you to think about what your goals are. You can write them right here. It asks you, the assignment asks you to write them down. And then what we're going to have in our Shine Sisterhood, you girls aren't in there yet, but you will be soon as this training is over. You're going to join our Shine Sisterhood team. And when you're in there, I put up, or one of the coaches in there, the leading coaches, is going to put up a June or that month's success club. It's like what do they call? We call it a ring the bell post. And I haven't done this yet. I'm a little behind in my to-dos, but when I first started using that post, what my goal was is to have everybody shout out each other when they reach a milestone in their business, like they get their first customer, or they get Success Club that month, or they have a new coach that they signed up, or maybe somebody just got the 3-month trial, or they just sent somebody the free group link. Anything that you're like, I'm excited, I'm actually doing something with this business and I want to celebrate myself. And then we can shout you out. And that's kind of what that post is intended. And I put that as an announcement in the group. But what I really want that post to be is kind of like the Master the Mindset in action every month. So what it's going to be is you're going to share your goals with us for that month. And that's kind of goes back to this Master the Mindset lesson, is I want you to think every month at the beginning of the month, all right, what do I want to accomplish this month? What do I want to be able to do? It could be a money goal. It could be a rank goal. It could be a family goal. It could be a freedom goal. It could be any type of goal that you have. So definitely make sure you watch that video. I hope that you have, but if you haven't, that's okay. And then just take the time to do this. And what they ask you to do, and I know Carrie Danielle and I have talked about this, and I love that the take that she has on it. What they ask you to do is like really take out the limits and like take your blinders off and close your eyes and really imagine, what do I want my life to be? It's not going to be, for the Master the Mindset, it's not going to be a monthly thing. It's going to be like, what do you want your life to be? Like, what do you want this opportunity to give you? And like, take the blinders off. And really imagine, what would it be like if you woke up that day? What would your life be like if you were living the life that you want to live with this, you know, with the life that this business can give it? You know what I'm trying to say? Like the things that you would get from this business. If it's a money thing, you know, I'm going to wake up My husband's going to be not having to, shut off that alarm at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's going to be next to me, and we're going to be able to make, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. And we're going to be able to like turn on the coffee pot and sit outside on our lanai. And, what are we going to be looking at? What's our life going to be like? What kind of vacations are we going to take? What books am I going to be reading in my dream life? What is my business going to look like? Like, I actually like to do this sometimes when I look at coaches that I admire, and I try to like picture myself in their life. Like, I don't know. It's just something that I like to do because it's like, yeah, I want to have a boat on a lake. Yeah, I want to like be able to have a house in Fire Island where I'm like being on the beach with my family for a week. Like I want to be able to do those things. So take the limits off, because what tends to happen with this too is like we start dreaming and then we start limiting, and we dream and then we limit, and we dream and we limit. Don't take those limiting beliefs out. As if you could have your dream, what would it be? All right, so that's number one. Now, with lesson 2, I believe it was, right? Or is it? Yeah. The vital behaviors. This is going to be probably your longest lesson of the training because it's 4 steps and it's a lot of assignments. But here's what I want to tell you guys. I think a lot of times all coaches at whatever level, whether you are new and you don't really know what you want yet, or you're new and you want to take this business to the top, or you've been in this business for a while like myself, I'm not going to lie to you, there's overwhelming pieces. There's times where you're like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. And you go through that. But the thing is, like, you've got to get through that. You've got to remember what your why is, and you've got to put the simple back in it. Keep the why in your head of why you're in this, and keep it simple. Take out all that clutter and noise that you tell yourself and you give yourself, all those things that you're thinking everybody else is thinking. Take them out, stay laser focused, okay? And keep it simple. And what I mean, the reason why I'm mentioning that now is because when you get to lesson 2, I think there's a lot with that. And I think you can be like, oh my God, I gotta do that. Oh my God, I gotta do that. Oh my God. And I think if you just say, wait a second, I'm doing most of these things already. I'm already doing most of these things. If you look at lesson 2, it's drink a shake and share it. Well, hopefully you've had your shake already. You're doing a Beachbody program, right? Okay, it says take your workout selfie and share it. But you did a workout. You took a selfie. So it's not a big deal to just put it. You're already doing half of these things. The PD, hopefully you guys have started some PD. And guys, if you don't have a book, don't worry about it. Go to, I subscribe to, what do I subscribe to? The Amazon one, whatever that is, Audible. But there's free ones out there. There's Audible, right? It's Audible. There's the one from the library. You can rent books if you don't want to buy books. I love Audible because I think I forget how much it is a month. It's about $15. For me, I find I save money because it basically gives me a book every month, and the credits roll over. So like I have 6 credits in my thing. So like I have 6 books. So it's like, oh, I want to read that Y book, and then I can get it. But I do like hard copy books. So that's just my own thing. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go with that. But there's also podcasts. There's also things like that. But your personal development reading, when it gets to that in lesson 2, again, that's something that hopefully you guys are already doing, and you can easily share that in your stories. The other thing with that, so then it became the shout out was also a section of that lesson. And I think I had mentioned this before, but when you get to that, all you got to do is tag each of us in whatever you want to shout out. So let's say you're having your shake and you're like, oh my God, this tastes so delicious today. And you tag us in it. Now we can shout you out saying, yay, look at this chick. She's making sure she gets, taking care of her body today, or she's getting in her dose of superfoods today. And we can shout you out, and now we've checked that off of that lesson 2 to-dos. So I just want you to know, if you haven't gotten to lesson 2 yet, and you get to lesson 2 and you're feeling overwhelmed, those are some little tricks of how to do it where it's not going to be time consuming. It's not going to take up a lot of your time. And it's going to hopefully even be fun as you're going through it, because you're going to be like, we're able to shout each other out, and you're going to see how easy it is. And again, that in order to do that, you just want to use that @ sign when you're in stories. And if you guys don't know how to do this, just let me know in the chat and I'll be happy to show you really quick. It's so simple and easy. If you guys aren't like used to stories, or let me know. But that's basically lesson 2. Now I'm going to ask Carrie Danielle is going to talk to you guys because I love the way she describes lesson 3, like how she goes through it. She's going to talk to you guys about lesson 3, which was the do's and don'ts of social media.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I do apologize ahead of time. Lesson 3 is social media, do's and don'ts. And then 4 is content creation. And 5 is Instagram stories. So some of those kind of do intertwine. So I apologize if what I'm going to go over is a little bit of duplication of what Georgiana goes over. But I just had some information on the social media stuff. So social media is obviously something that's new for all of us. Although Facebook has been around since 2004 or something, Instagram has really, really changed our businesses. In the past, everything was on Facebook, and in the past, we were encouraged to post multiple posts every single day, and there was no stories. Now, Instagram, more people are on it. Not more people are on Instagram, but a lot of people are on Instagram. And on Instagram, now that there's stories, there's kind of been a shift of how you post. So rather than making 5 long-winded posts on Facebook every day, Instagram now, it's more encouraged for us to post consistently on our feed, maybe once a day or every other day, or maybe even every 3 days, if that's the groove that you find, because people aren't necessarily scrolling through your Instagram feed. They're looking more so on stories. So I know Georgiana is going to talk more on stories on that section of it. But the reason that I'm bringing it up is don't feel like you have to be creating these. I felt in the beginning very overwhelmed because I felt that I saw people who make these very long, deep posts with all of this information. And I said, I'm not a writer. For some of you, you may love writing. I'm not a writer. I'm more of a take a cool picture, make a little quote on there. So the reason that I'm bringing that up is you can keep it simple. You don't have to make it seem very overwhelming. You are simply trying to share your life. We're not salespeople. We're not going to take a picture of our Shakeology and say, here's my Shakeology, 14 probiotics and prebiotics. We don't want to see that. We just want to see us being happy, drinking our shake without the branding on it. So if I post this here and I say, oh, thank God I have this morning to make my stomach feel better. My stomach has been killing me from what I've been eating, and now I have this. And it's just a picture of my empty, non-branded thing. Someone's going to reach out to me and say, what is that you're drinking? That is called curiosity marketing. So you never want to say, my Shakeology. Why do you not want to say it? You don't want to say my Shakeology because you don't want someone to go online, Google Shakeology, order it without you being their coach, and then somebody else, some rando, because it gets assigned to some random coach then if they just go to Beachbody On Demand, if they order it, some random coach is going to get commission for your beautiful picture, but it says Shakeology on it. So you don't ever want to say Shakeology. You don't ever want to say my Beachbody program that I'm doing. You could say my yoga program that I'm doing. You could say my 21-day program that I'm doing. But we really want to try to avoid telling the people exactly what it is that we're doing. We're trying to keep them curious and following. Hey, Gina's doing a great workout program. What is it that she's doing? She looks great every day. She looks so happy in her pictures. Let me reach out to her and ask. But if Gina posts, I'm doing Beachbody On Demand. This is my Shakeology. I'm doing 21-day fix. There's no conversation that needs to be had with other people. So there's no engagement with Gina, and anyone could go make their own purchases separately. And Gina's being a great advocate for Beachbody, but not helping herself as a coach. So we highly encourage when you do stuff to come up with little names for your products too. If you've noticed, I'm not a mom, so I had to come up with a creative name for my Energize that I drink in the morning. A lot of people use Mom Crack. A lot of people call it different mom names. So I came up with unicorn juice. Why? Because it makes me feel magical. It brings me alive. I can put sparkles on it. And I have my unicorn juice every morning, and I never say I'm having my Energize. It's always, here's my little unicorn and here's my sparkle. When I started that, I can't tell you how many people reached out to me and said, what's this unicorn juice? How do I get this unicorn juice? So my suggestion is, and when we really do recommend, you come up with little code names like that. When I have my Recover every day, it's my adult chocolate milk. People ask me what my adult chocolate milk is all the time. So you could come up with little code names like that, and the more you use it, the more people will ask about it. So that was on social media. So we're never going to try to mention the actual names of anything to help with curiosity marketing. Georgiana says here, she uses Go-Go Juice. She's heard Motion Potion, Mom Crack. Julia's been using that. Yep. Recover Muscle Magic. Georgiana calls it Muscle Magic. So those are just some suggestions. You can call something your own. I do want to tell you a quick little side story. One of my friends from high school is a Beachbody coach on another team. She is Disney obsessed. Everything in her life is Disney. So her what does she call it now? I can't think of it. She calls it pixie dust. So every morning when she has her Energize, she takes the same exact Jif, and it's Tinkerbell sprinkling little stuff into her drink, and she has her pixie dust every single morning. And I get excited to see it. I go to look for it, and she does like Disney story songs, and she dances around and does Disney because she's true to herself, and she loves Disney. She's the biggest Disney nerd in the world. So it's really awesome that she has that to incorporate, because not only is she coming up with names for curiosity for her stuff, she, I'm sure, and has said that she has a lot of followers just because she's making this Disney style page. There's a lot of people who love Disney. So this is going to kind of roll into my next suggestion, or next do's and don't, is do not make your page all about Beachbody. Nobody wants to scroll through and see Beachbody, 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 Beachbody. Most likely, the only people who are going to follow you are people who do Beachbody. You want to be showing, just like this girl has Disney videos and her family at Disney, and she makes like these Disney food hacks. I guess there's this Dole Whip thing that she just made the other day that's a Disney food hack. She makes everything about Disney, and she has so many followers for people who just love Disney. So it doesn't have to be one thing like that, but maybe you, for me, I'm a cat mom. I post pictures of my cat all the dang time. And I use certain hashtags about like feral cats. I use other hashtags about adopt a cat or pet lover or pet mom. So that way other pet moms, cat moms, attract to me based on those hashtags. So it's not that I'm saying, does anyone want to do a workout with me? Attention Beachbody people. I'm attracting people from my interests. Which is also important, that if you were to take out your phone, you don't have to do it right now, but I suggest that you take out your phone and you just scroll down enough that you can see your top 9 pictures. And if you were to look at your pictures on Instagram, I know you can't see mine, it's a little blurry, but if you were to look at your top 9 pictures, does it say, or does those visualizations have some acknowledgement that you're a health and fitness person, right? You want people to kind of know that you're doing something. It's your storefront. You want to have some sort of health and fitness in there, but you also want to be showing those other interests. For me, I'm a foodie, so I have pictures of food. I'm an aunt. I have a picture with my niece and nephew. So it's really important that when you look at that, you see that you're a fitness person, but also that you have these other hobbies and interests and things about your life that you're able to connect with people on. Because that's the whole purpose. Your social media right now is great for your friends and family that you have. They know you, but you also want to be expanding and building connections with other people to ultimately grow your business when the time comes. You have all these people that you've been interacting with and commenting with. And then when it's time for you to make a post about something and you say, hey, do you want info on this? Or you share in your stories, which kind of my unicorn juice would you like? Yesterday I did a post that said, I'd like to do a giveaway of my unicorn juice. Which flavor would you like? Lemon, fruit punch, or mixed berry? So many people that have never spoken to me about Beachbody just responded on which flavor they would like. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a giveaway. I know that we, I don't remember if it was in this group or in our other group, but we were talking about, can we give away free samples of stuff? We can. So I'm going to take some sticks and I'm going to do a giveaway. But all of those people who responded who have never spoken to me about Beachbody, you bet I'm going to send them a private message after the giveaway is done. And I'm going to say, hey, I saw that you responded in there. So sorry you didn't win the giveaway. But you know what? I could send you some to try. Or I'll send them a message and say, oh, I saw you were interested in it. That's great. Even though you didn't win the giveaway, are you interested in trying some? Maybe I can send you a link, or can I give you more info? So just because I said something in my social media allows for me to have that conversation on the side with them. Okay, so I had to go over curiosity marketing. We spoke about that. I wanted to go over sharing on your feed and your life in your stories, and then keep it simple. And I just know that I quickly said it, but we really want to just share and not sell. We never want to say, here's my new product. Beachbody does plenty of that. Beachbody tells about the product. Beachbody does all of that for us. We want to simply share our life with our friends. We want to share our life with our social media. We want people to be attracted to how our lives have become better based on these products that we're using. We never want to say, for $140, you can get that. I'm not a salesperson. I don't ever want to be a salesperson. I simply want to share my life and attract people that want to be my friend, that are my type of people, that are cat loving moms too, or whatever we can bond over. So that was all that I have on social media do's and don'ts. I hope I covered everything that Georgiana wanted. If I forgot anything, let us know. And I'm sorry if I overlapped a little.
No. The overlapping is great because it's going to make this next part much quicker, which is great. So thank you, Carrie Danielle. I agree with everything you said. It's perfect. So lesson 4 was your coming out post. And I think Gina already did hers, which is great, right? I think you shared it with us in the feed. I think it was a coming out post, which is great. If you haven't gotten to it yet, don't worry about it. It's fine. And really with this, the video is going to help you a lot. So watch the video. It's going to give you some ideas of how to keep your coming out post simple. And that's really what I want to tell you is it's like pulling a Band-Aid. Just do it and make it so true to your experience. Be authentically you and share your experience of why you really are becoming a coach, but you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to have like Carrie Danielle said, you don't have to have this long-winded story. It could be a very short, simple thing. Like with Karen, it could be for her, I was just thinking, I would just share your experience exactly as you had it. Like you've been a part of this community for so long. Maybe you're realizing that you've fallen off from time to time and you feel like by helping other people, you can help yourself stay more accountable and you really thrive on helping others. And you're really excited about that next, phase of this and how, that could help you and help others at the same time, kind of something like that. It's off the top of my head. But I'm just thinking because that's true to your experience and your story. That really is why, So I think when we try to just tell our story as it is, it really becomes so much easier. Like all this stuff becomes so much easier. So I think that's, and what I want to also tell you guys, aside from don't overthink it, is when you do come up with your coming out post and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous, share it with us in the thread and we can totally help you. I was an English teacher and I love revising and editing stuff. I really do. Like, I love it. And hopefully you don't take any offense to whatever feedback I give, but I thrive on constructive criticism for myself and I love giving it to others as well. And so definitely share it with us first and be like, I'm about to do this. Are there any mistakes? Would you say this any differently? Whatever, and we'll totally help you. And then also let us know. You could also tag us in it. That way, it actually will give more engagement. I don't know, in the algorithm of Instagram or whatever, I think it just boosts it more because more people see it, I feel like, but I'm not positive about that. But it definitely could help. You could tag us in the actual post and you can, and let us obviously know once you do it and we will go in love on it and all that good stuff. Okay, so lesson 5 is really straightforward and I love what Carrie Danielle shared Lesson 5 was content creation, and Carrie Danielle actually covered most of that. You're going to watch the video. The video has some great content in it, and then they're going to ask you to create your list of things. And the 9 things that Carrie Danielle talked about, like where you should have your 9 things, oh, look at, hey girl, she's so cute. The 9 things, like when you're looking at your Instagram, mine comes right from this list. So you're going to create your list of your things that define you as a person. And then I stalk certain things. I don't know what it is, but you know what? I don't know if you guys know. Like, I think you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's certain things I immediately go to, like, and I stalk them. Like our group. Like, I'm always like, ooh, is anybody posting there? Ooh, does anybody check in? You know, I constantly am going back in there because I love our group, the Rise Up Project. But another thing that I'm always looking at is my feed. I'm kind of a little obsessed with it. Like, I try to make sure that when I'm looking at my feed and I look at those 9 things, that I have, like, all right, family, workout. Like, I try to really, I count them and make sure, like, I have a good mix. And it's not selfie, sneakers, selfie, water, like, it's not beach body. You know, like, there's like 2 in there that are beach body. And then there's 1 in there that's like inspiration. I like try to have something inspirational or motivational. That's just me. But whatever your things are, they're going to come from this, which is going to come from the Lessons 5 video. So definitely check that out and do that assignment. And then you could just even snap a picture of your list and share it. I know we're running out of time, so I want to leave some time for questions. Lesson 6 was, I had it right here. Instagram stories. So again, you're going to watch the video. There's going to be some great information in there. I don't really have any notes here for you guys for lesson 6. And honestly, with Instagram stories, there's so much to know. It would be impossible for me to like squeeze in Instagram stories in like a minute and a half. So I'm not even going to bother trying. Watch the video, all right? Definitely, Instagram stories, what I love about it is it's so much fun. And I really look at all this stuff like content creation, Instagram stories, all this stuff is like we're vlogging. I kind of look at like we're vloggers and we're basically just sharing our life. And if you look at every day, like when you do Instagram stories as a Beachbody coach, you're going to want to have, I don't know, you know, I don't like to put a number on anything because every day is different, but I'm going to say 7. 7 sounds good to me. And I think that's what they recommend in Beachbody. You're going to want to have about 7 stories up in your 24-hour time period on Instagram, right? Because they're up for 24 hours. So you would want to, and that's gonna be like throughout your day. So it's not like you're in there all day long, but like as things happen through your day, maybe you have 2 from the morning, your personal development, your workout, you know, whatever, and then you have 2 or 3 maybe, you know, foods that you've eaten, or you have like you know, something that happened with your family, or your kids watching a movie, or you want to share like the laundry, I don't know, whatever, just whatever your life is. And there's no such thing as like, people think like, oh, my life is so boring. I don't have it. People love the boring. People want to watch the boring. And I feel like engage with people in the boring. You know what I mean? Ask those questions. Make that engagement stuff like Carrie Danielle talked about before, where you're putting polls up, you're putting questions up, use those features. That also gets your stuff featured more in Instagram stories. When you use the Instagram features that they offer, when you use different things like that, it definitely helps. And guys, there's so much more stuff I could talk about with Instagram stories. I feel like we need to make just a call on that. It's impossible. But what I want to tell you too is like, if the last thing I'm going to say about this is if you're ever wondering how to do something or wondering how you can make something better, you could definitely always reach out to us, but Google. Everything that I learned about Instagram, I learned from Google and YouTube, everything. So I use it all the time. Like, and the way that I find out what I want to Google is by watching other people's stories. So I'll watch other people's stories and I'll say, oh my God, they did that cool thing. What did they just do? How did they do that? I go to Google and I go, how do you do this? And you put in whatever your search is, and then it'll come up, you know, usually a YouTube video on how to, you know, whatever, tag, how to hashtag, how to whatever. So we'll talk more about Instagram stories. I want to get to your questions. The last thing, and then I'm going to stop, is lesson 7 is inviting. So
with inviting, I really think that the important thing here, and it's just starting from the base, is you got to come up with a list of people first. So, you want to look at who your current followers are. Watch the video. Again, watch the video. They're going to give you great suggestions. These are all the notes that I took about inviting. The video is going to help you guys a lot. And we're always there in the thread to help you also. But go to your Facebook followers, friends. Go to your Instagram followers. And what I wanted to teach you guys today, but I'm not going to have time, is how to make a June Connects collection in your Instagram. We'll get to that maybe hopefully next time, because that's kind of the electronic way that I put my people that I want to invite. Anybody that I want to invite, I put them in a collection on Instagram. But another way that you can do it, if you're more of a pen and paper person, is to just create a list. So just go to your Facebook people and on paper and pen, just writing down anybody that you would want in a Rise Up project with you. Who would you want helping you to stay accountable? Who do you want to do these programs with? Who would you be like, oh my gosh, my cousin would be so much fun to do these programs with. My best friend, oh my gosh, I forgot about her. When you start going through your list of Facebook friends, you're going to realize, oh, I forgot about that friend. You know what? Take your limiting beliefs out of what you think they're going to say. Stop thinking about what their response is going to be and just put them on your list. And those are going to be the people that you invite from. And then the video will help you guys with how to invite. The other thing that the training has for you guys is sample invites as well. So I think I showed you that last time. These are some invite scripts. They're right in the training. And they're really good. A lot of them are really good. And you don't have to use them exactly as they are. But there's a link right in our training for them. So watch the video, create your list of people, and check out the invite scripts. And then when you start sending invites, let us know. We want to congratulate you because it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Those first few invites, we understand if you're nervous. So we only have about 3 minutes left, but I wanted to open it up to any questions you guys have. You could put them in the chat. I know, 10 minutes, 6 minutes, she's telling me, I know, a girl I know. I love you. What would I do without you, Carrie Danielle? She's on the back end. She's like, we only have 10 minutes left. We only have 6 minutes. Stop talking. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Does anybody have questions? And if not, Addie or Adi or Udi, we want, no, it's not. I know it's not Udi girl. That was, sorry about that. Well, how do you say your name now?
Okay, first of all, it's Adi, like America.
Adi. Adi.
But it's all good, whatever works. Like when I lived in America, people used to call me Zoe. Someone decided like I can't say a name, so I was Zoe. Whatever works, I'm good.
You know, I have to remember, that's why I always know I feel like I'm saying it wrong, because I remember you not correcting me, but me asking you, and I knew like, all right, it's not Addie, it's a D. It's like that accent is on the end. And
Yeah,
I wish you had an accent mark, then I would know.
It's all good. But also I wanted to add that, and we're always learning, like also as coaches, like you're always learning. So don't think like we're perfect. Like all of us are always learning. I just figured out like probably 2 months ago about like the quick reply where you can, if you have a business account, then you can, and then when you invite, you don't have to keep writing the same message 50 times. Like it's just so much faster.
I haven't used that yet, that feature, but I have heard about it.
Huge time saver.
That's awesome. Does anybody have any questions? I'm so glad you guys hopped on. I appreciate it, and I hope that this is helping you guys. You want to say something, Carrie Danielle? Just take yourself off mute, girl. You know,
Do you have a question? Carrie?
I don't have a question. I just have to tell you all, like, Instagram is not my thing. And I'm learning. Like, I only opened Instagram probably, I don't know, 8 months, but I think I've posted like 8 things. You know what I mean? So like I've never done a story before.
Yeah.
So
We have
I'm
less than 1 minute, so I just want to say we had a coach on our team who said that she was getting more traction on Facebook. So she just used her Facebook, and Facebook has stories and Facebook has all this stuff. And she was building her business very successfully on Facebook. So don't feel obligated to use
No.
Instagram.
I want to try it. I just want to give you a heads up. I'm clueless.
That's
But I'm
fine.
learning.
Learn with us. It's
Yeah.
changing all the time, so learn with us. But you can still just, if you feel more comfortable with Facebook and just learning Instagram right now, there's no pressure that you have to do Instagram. Some people don't even have an Instagram.
No, not at all. But I will tell you though, I find it personally a lot of fun. And if you have any creativity in you at all, which I think you probably do, I think that, I think all of us do. You know what I'm saying? I think every human being walking this earth has creativity in them. But if you really love to hone in on that, it's a great, I know we have 20 seconds. I'm going to get bopped off. But go to YouTube, go to Google and just say, how do I do an Instagram story? They're going to give you very simple instructions. All right, guys, I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for coming on. If you have any questions, just remember to always go back to the chat, and we're here to help you.
Awesome.
All right, love you. Bye.